Well, the second semi-final at VFL Park between Richmond and Geelong earned for the winner a week's break and a direct passage into the grand final. For the loser, another battle next week in the preliminary final. Geelong, having finished on top, had already had a week's rest, and Richmond had sharpened themselves with their great performance against Carlton last week. Well, for the second semi-final, 65,000 people turned up at VFL Park. We pick it up 15 minutes into the game with Richmond leading by a point, and with me out there, Ian Cleland and Jeff Leake.
Scrimmage of players. It's a Richmond free kick. Well, this is to break it up, I have no doubt. Kane is the Richmond player with the ball. That's his third kick as he drives it up towards centre-half forward. Middlemiss should mark it unopposed. He does. He's at centre-half back. Welcome inclusion in the Geelong side. A pretty talented footballer, this fellow, having his fourth kick as he drives it up towards the centre wing position. Newman and Dunn. A free kick to Newman against him again. That's 4 in a row against Newman. And you can see why. He's certainly tangling. 5 free kicks against Newman. There's a goal to Bartlett coming up. They've shifted Sam Newman away from that trouble spot at centre-half forward and put him down at full forward, maybe to get him out of the road because he's in trouble as Jimmy Jess gets the ball. Nearly a good tackle by Middlemiss, and a pass comes out here towards Sarah, playing against his old side. A little pass finds the little sneak, and he's got it hungry. Play on, says the umpire. Oh, brother. Geelong trying to get out of trouble. Oh, there's a free kick. Oh. Boss just too late on the scene, and of course the free kick will be taken for Richmond by Terry Smith, and I'd say well within kicking distance. Richmond are 2-2 to Geelong 2-1. There's Michael Roach up against the goal post. He's the one with the Guernsey on. Wait now for Smith. Drives for goal. Blake is there, couldn't mark it. Over his head goes Bartlett. Play on, says the umpire. Roach is there battling for it. And a big stack of players. It'll be a ball up, and we've played for 17 minutes, and Richmond are 2-2 to Geelong 1-1.
This has been ugly football in the first quarter so far. Oh, there's a high tackle on Terry Smith, and he'll take a free kick. So Smith with his second chance from a free kick in the space of a minute. This one a lot closer. The angle narrower, but he still should score a goal. He's only 25 metres out. Richmond 2-2, Geelong 1-1. Richmond into the breeze in this first quarter. Oh, he hooked it badly, and that's lucky to score. It's out of bounds on the full.
What a shocker.
Kicked it like a backman, Drew. And Robert Neal, who's in the back pocket, a wingman, moved to the back pocket, has done well since he's been there. And this, I think it's his second game today. This is Jess up, and that'll hurt him. Slap in the middle of his back. Oh, good play. Mount to Scrimshaw. And it's a goal. Good play, the Tigers.
18 minutes gone, first quarter. Geelong 1-1, trailing Richmond 3-2. Scrimshaw trying to get the ball underway. Jimmy Jess's handball is smothered, but he backs up and gets another one, this time out to Tempany. Richmond are running rings around Geelong at the moment. Oh, good mark by Middlemiss. Playing well for Geelong in that back line. That's his 5th kick as he drives it out towards the centre wing, looking for Bruce Nankervis. Where have you been, Bruce? And there's his kick up towards the half-forward line. It was his first kick, but who did he kick it to? And Richmond player, and it's easily taken by Mount. Mount gets his kick, not well directed, found by Scrimshaw. He kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Coming through once more is that man. And the Geelong defence is doing pretty well.
Boss,
who's got the job of minding Bartlett. Bartlett's already kicked the goal, though. Here comes Wiley, gets a left foot kick, not well directed. It'll have to pick it up. Hawkins on his way through. Coming in to help him here is who's playing on again. Jimmy Jess is in front of him, but Robert Neal came a long way up from the back pocket to get it out towards Terry Bright. Has nowhere to go, got away from his opponent. Then he drives it up towards a lead from Floyd, and he's found him. He's going into the open goals. A lead across here towards Clark. Into the back anyway, and a great mark from David Clark. Captain for Geelong for today, with Ian Nankervis not in the side. And Geelong need this goal because they're kicking with the advantage of the breeze to the scoring end, and they trail because Richmond are 3-2. If Clark gets this, it will make them 2-1. Jimmy Jess coming off the ground for Richmond. Clark. He's whopped it through the centre, and Geelong go to 2-1. Richmond 3-2. His kick is back towards the forward pocket. Middlemas is on his own. Should mark it. Says thank you very much. And as he drives it across towards Robert Neal, who's going to drop it, and he's under the hammer. And there are two Richmond players there as well. He gives it across here towards Smith. Smith goes for goal. And we see the ball marked once more by Middlemas, who's brilliant in this first quarter for Geelong.
What a game he's having. 8 kicks in the first 24 minutes of the game, as Paul Serra is just about out on his feet for Richmond. The kick from the back pocket from Nan Curvis. Clark in front of Welsh. Clark just gets his kick in. The ball stays in. Here's Turner. Around the opposition, Michael Turner on his left boot. Spears the pass to William. And a great lead by Sam. Back to Turner, who fumbled. There's Malthouse. Turner tackles him high, but the umpire says play on. And now it's going to be a ball up. Gee, Turner only had to take that ball cleanly, and he was going straight for goal with nobody in front of him.
Richmond seem to be on the receiving end of the heavy stuff today, where conversely last week they hammered Carlton into the ground in the first 10 weeks, but Jess is off the ground and Sarah's in a bit of trouble at the other end of the ground and done. Featherby tackled high. Featherby takes the free kick from the half-forward flank. Geelong are a goal down at the 24-minute mark in the first quarter in a fairly hectic first term in this important clash, because the winner goes straight into the grand final. And Featherby coming up for his 5th kick. Long, beautiful kick from Featherby. It's a giant of a kick. Oh, and that is a goal.
Starting the time 1 period in the first quarter, the scores are level. 3 goals, 2 to both sides. And there's the big bloke, 40 metres, up towards the forward line. Johnson's only going to pick it up and shoot. It's up to the forward pocket. Sammy Newman's made it. Oh, and the 15-metre penalty, surely. No need for that from Emmett Dunn. Malthouse is another player been spoken to. Sammy's up on his feet.
I think Malthouse reported for that.
Malthouse reported, yes, out comes the notebook. Well, he was a bit late with the tackle.
Bit late?
Well, 5 minutes.
Yeah, a bit high. That's the sort of thing that can put a bloke right out of business, which I reckon he meant.
Yes, I agree with you, and Newman is no more than 20 metres out. Scores a level. Shoots for goal. I think he's put it through. Goal to Geelong. Kicked by White Boots himself.
Geelong, having kicked the last 2 goals, lead by a goal, but Lee wins this tap for Richmond. It comes to Hawkins. His handball puts Card under the hammer. Hawkins taps out well to Nan Curvis. His kick to half forward. Oh, good play by Johnston to get in front. Welsh now for Richmond. Pulled off his kick by Turner, the aggressive Turner. Picked up by Floyd, who's been a good rover. From centre wing, long kick. 5th kick to Floyd. Centre half forward. Taylor is there. Johnston doubles back for it. Through goes Rains. The ball spills out to Kane, who kicks across the half-back line, and it just bounces in the field of play. No, the umpire ruled it was out on the full, and a Geelong free kick from left half forward to be taken on the far side by Featherby.
Featherby kicked an enormous goal just a moment or 2 ago. He's had 6 kicks, so he's doing well. He's beating Rain so far. Terry Bright in front of a good mark. Bright, a very quick mover. Kane back into the team this week with a severely lacerated hand. Would have missed the tempo, not being in last week's great win by Richmond. But now it's Bright. Be a great kick if he can boot it through from here, because he's kicking from at least 50 metres out. He's giving everything he's got. Oh, it's falling through the right trajectory. Another goal. 2 great goals by Geelong. A ball up on the half-forward line for Richmond.
It's almost centre half forward for Richmond. Hawkins. Oh, beautiful play. Kicks it up wide, but his kick isn't so well placed, and Emmett Dunn didn't have any difficulty in marking it. Goes across the centre square and drives it down towards centre half forward. In front and marking and doing very well, thank you, is Wiley. He's looking for a 15-metre penalty, but it's not there. This is Wiley's 7th kick. Goes across ground, kicks it up with his left foot towards full forward. Roach at the back of Malaki. Beautiful piece of football by Bartlett, and I think he snapped his 2nd. He has.
Richmond narrowing the gap to 1 goal. Blake beats Lee again. Hasn't been a pretty game of football, and that will be a ball up still inside the centre square. Geelong 5-2, Richmond 4-2. Almost 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. Blake up to centre half forward, intercepted by Dunn of Richmond. Out to centre wing to Jess, who's hardly even there. Oh, but he takes the mark. Jess left the ground late in the first quarter, came back at quarter time, and he did well then. Good kick to the forward pocket. Roach at the back of Malarkey. Bartlett again. Keeps the ball in play. No, he doesn't. Well done by Boss, but he pushed him well, the umpire, and the free kick is going against Mark Boss. Big task for the young 20-year-old against the 33-year-old. And we saw last week how Bartlett had too much experience for a rising star in Wayne Harms, and Boss will be very aware of that. Now Bartlett has kicked 2, going for 3, 35 metres out. Oh, what a kick! He's done it again.
Scores a level. Richmond have picked up 2 goals to level the scores after 4 minutes of play in this second quarter, and they're going to attack now through Ruckman Lee. He's lost it, but Jess is really coming to the play now, gives it to Welsh, and another long kick's going over the head of the back. Malarkey just in the teeth of goal, but he's pulled across the line. There's a goal umpires waiting on the decision of the field umpire at this stage. And Malarkey with his ear tuned in on behind.
There's the kick out from Malarkey. Finds his skipper, David Clark. Didn't cover all that much distance. He's in the back pocket. His kick will take it up to the centre wing position. Looking for Blake, is outmanoeuvred and knocked away by 2 opponents, picked up by Wiley. A lead comes from Roach. Malarkey's wearing him, and Roach has marked it. Beautiful piece of football from Roach. Stood his ground, used his body well against Malarkey. Well within kicking distance, no more than 40 metres out, having kicked 1 goal of the 5 that Richmond have kicked, and they lead by 1 point. They are 33-32. 5-minute mark, second quarter. Drops it onto his hook, and bang, it's a goal.
6 minutes gone in the second quarter, and the Tigers lead by 7 points. But Lee's tap goes straight to Featherby. His kick out wide to the half-forward flank. Burke leads the race and marks in front of Bright. Plays on. Burke's left-footer to centre wing. Wiley's there doing well, and Wiley marks again. Wiley 5 kicks in the first quarter, and he's added 4 in the first 6 minutes of the second quarter. The kick up towards centre half-forward. Clark is there. Middle miss with a big leap. Could have spoiled his skipper. Scrimshaw, number 36. Taken by Whitcomb at half-back flank. Running out of room, almost kicks out of bounds on the full. Mount is there for the Tigers to mark, but in fact the ball had gone out of bounds on the full, and it's Mount's free.
Kicks with either foot, Mount. Oh, shit. Against middle miss to allow Roach came. It didn't matter, as he just sailed through the air then to take his second mark in as many minutes. But he's a good 70 metres out from goal, and Richmond are leading by 7 points at the 7-minute mark of this second quarter. Roach has already kicked 2 for the match. That's a long kick too, well into the goal square. Oh, gee whiz, Monteith, and Bartlett pounced on it. That's Boz riding Bartlett into the ground, but I'm sure it'll be a baller.
Gee, Monteith only had to get his fingers on it another time for a mark.
The bounce on the 10 mark. Kick-off line, kicked away by David Clark. After it is Turner. On his hammer is Welsh. But look at the brilliant Turner go. 2 bounces, 3. Then he kicks it up towards a good lead up here from Johnson. But Johnson's beaten for it. Coming in to help him now is Whitcomb, and also Floyd. Comes back to Turner. Turner got his kick up towards the forward line, looking for Bright. He's got it, gives a long hand pass back here to Taylor. Taylor's got away, gives it back towards Terry Bright. Bright gives a hand pass out to another teammate. Goes into Bruce Nankervis. Goal. Great football, Geelong. Geelong need to play up the centre of the ground instead of the flanks to have a chance, and Mossop does this, going towards centre half forward. Bright in front, the ball thumped away, good play by Floyd, a long hand pass, finds Boss. Boss drives towards the goal square, One out position. Nearly a mark there to Blake. Joe in the back, maybe. The umpire's going to give it. Bit lucky, I think. The fact that he couldn't run fast won him a free kick.
But Geelong are coming back in the free kicks department. 35 to 30. The margin was about 12 or 15 earlier on.
That's right. And Matthews is what? 15 or 20 metres out. The angle is not great, as you can see, as he comes in. And he's popped it through. So Geelong come to 71. They trail by 2 goals.
The margin only 2 goals at the 19-minute mark. Lee beats Mossop while Blake has a rest in the forward pocket for the first time. Preston hurried left footer, but on his chest, Wiley. He's turned in 2 good games in the finals for the Tigers as well. Beautiful lead by Monteith. 23 kicks to Robert Wiley. Monteith centres the ball for Roach. Malarkey there with him. In numbers, Geelong in defence. Whitcomb. He's had 20 kicks. Bright at half-back, but couldn't quite reach the ball. Beat him out of play. There again, Geelong going around the flanks.
Well, 2 goals in it with approximately 5 or 6 minutes to play. And Tony Jewell not really happy. Lee and Mossop. Dead heat. Waitman. Peck. Steers it through. Wiley again. Brilliant ball control. Great player this season for them. Oops, someone goes down and caught its range. Nothing like the Jeff Rains of last week. He's been beaten, but Featherby's done nothing either. But Rains will get the free kick. They're pushing the back for a trip. A 10.5 forward for the Tigers. And they're 2 goals up. Rains has had 8 kicks only for the match. Last week it was about 23, I believe. So he's going to aim this one long and hard. It's a beautiful kick from Rains and a pack of players. Jess! Wrapped it to death. Great mark. A match-winning mark, that one. The mark of a champion. He was knocked out early. And the Tigers, 2 goals up. Straight through, Jimmy Jess.
Minutes gone in the last quarter, and we see the lead go back to Richmond by 3 goals. Monteith, free kick to Richmond. Monteith in the centre of the ground. Richmond players starting to slow the game right down. Kick travels a fair distance. Roach tries, couldn't quite grab it. Neil having trouble pick it up. Bartlett taken away this time. The umpire says play on, picked up by Mossop, comes across the Boss. Boss gets his kick up towards the centre wing. Taylor is there, he can't mark it, play on. Charging through is Matthews. Charges through the pack, the umpire says play on. Comes out here to Jim Jess, he's way up in the back line now. As he kicks it down towards the full forward position over the head of the pack. By G. Card, you're going to have to go. Look at Humphrey for goal number 8. 8 goals, Kevin Bartlett.
Well, Richmond won the game by 4 goals and advanced straight to the grand final. Geelong started well, led by 12 points at quarter-time and 1 point at half-time, but then the Tigers led by 8 at three-quarter-time before eventually winning by 24 points. Bartlett, again superb. He kicked 8 goals, and for the second week in a row, best on the ground, and now he's managed 14 goals in 2 Saturdays of finals football. Roach kicked 2, for Geelong, Bright kicked 3, and Johnston kicked 2 goals. So that's it. Richmond straight through to the grand final, and Geelong next week do battle with Collingwood in the preliminary final again at VFL Park.
Goes to Fitzpatrick, doesn't travel all that far, but goes out to Buckley. There's Magro. Oh, more determination, Stan Magro gets a lead from Woolno. Barham chipping in, and also Young, who nearly pulled in a great mark for Carlton. Tried to scoop it out. There's the ferocity of Magro going in, and he's going to get a free kick, and it's against Young. On to Klomp. Byrne is there. Got 2 hands to it. Marku, oh, great tackle by Byrne. First to the ball will be Barham. He's got plenty of pace, and he doesn't really need it here because he's got metres. Malin mowing him down. A good chase by Malin. 3 bounces Barham. Oh, what scintillating stuff by Barham. 4 bounces.
bounce, in trouble. Gets it across to the wing position, Harms. A great spearing hand pass from Wayne Johnston. On to Sheldon. Sheldon running with the flight of the ball, gets a good bounce. Will give it across to Mackay. Trouble, gets past him. Steadies and shoots from the angle, shoots for goal, and puts it through.
Plays on quickly, runs into the centre, tremendous turn of speed, and a thumping kick down, looking for Craig Davis again. Tony Shaw for the crumbs. Shaw, Davis is still battling hard. Sheldon there. Davis wants support, there's none about. Dewar grabs him, he tries to get his kick. He's still in there, doing it all by himself. He gets a floor from King. An open goal coming up for Collingwood. King stabs it in, and it's home.
Wearmouth can go on with it now, goes for the run, and beautifully to Barham. Barham in trouble, back to Wearmouth. Wearmouth back to Barham. Barham will shoot for goal. And puts it through for his goal.
Mount gives it across to Wiley. Wiley's into attack, drives it up towards centre half forward. A chance for Jim Jess. Middle miss from the back, thumps it away. Comes out here to Card, not to Card, but towards Boss. Up towards the centre wing. Kelvin Matthews is on. He's on his own. Gets the big lead from Terry Bright. Bright snaps it up on the half-forward flank. Another left footer going up towards the lead from Johnson. Now, what a piece of football from Terry Bright.
Rod Blake winning in the ruck so far against Lee, but Lee beats him this time with a 40-metre hit. Well, with the bounce, it's almost gone 50. Here's Monteith. Oh, tapping for Liberty department. Going for his 4th goal. And it's a great kick by Humphrey. He's done it again.
He now takes his time, gets a right foot to it, down towards the full forward position, and Roach is there, but look at the middle, this is starring for Geelong.
Boss fighting hard for the ball. Oh, fearlessly going in with Smith. Here's Boss's opponent, Bartlett. He's kicked 4, going for 5, left foot snap, and he's done it again.
Over the head of the pack it goes, charges away as a chance now for Featherby. He kicks the ball ahead of him, it goes out to Welsh. Welsh gets it, drives it up towards centre half forward on the flank, and has been marked well by Waitman. A hand pass comes across to Freem. Freem got it caught with it. The umpire says play on. Gee, gave him more chance than he gave Neil. Back it comes towards Burke. Burke goes for goals, and it's home for Richmond.
And now let's have a look at the mark of the day taken in the semi-finals. It was a steadier for Richmond when Geelong got to within 2 goals in the last quarter. From this grab, Jim Jess sealed the game for the Tigers.
So he's going to aim this one long and hard. It's a beautiful kick from Rains and a pack of players. Jess! Oh, grabbed that ball, he almost cracked it to death. Great mark. A match-winning mark, that one. The mark of a champion.
So only 2 weeks to go for the season. A reminder that next week and the preliminary final, and what a game that should be between Collingwood and Geelong at VFL Park. Well, that's just about it for this week. Don't miss next week.